Welcome to Cook30 for Kids. I'm Chef Jeremy Dixon from the Revive Cafes in Auckland, New Zealand. And today I'm going to share with you some delicious food that you can cook in your home kitchen that will taste great and be healthy. Today we've got three very special guests with us. We have Sophia from California and Lachlan and Lily from Illinois. Welcome to Cook30 for Kids.
Thank you for having us.
Good to have you here. That's awesome. So we're going to get to know these guys a bit before we start cooking. So let's start with Lily. What is your favourite subject at school?
I personally love art and PE.
Art and PE? Fantastic. And have you ever drawn any really cool painting thingies?
Yes, I have.
Yes? What's the best one you've done? What's it look like?
So I think it's called a meditative rose. I did a city background and then I did this really pretty sunset and then I cut out this big flower and put it right on the sunset and it looks really pretty.
Oh, sounds beautiful. Look at that. It's great. Lachlan, what's your favourite subject?
For some reason it's math.
Maths? That's
Yeah.
great. That's awesome. That's a good thing to have. And what are you going to be when you grow up?
I have no idea.
No worries. That's good. You don't have to know this early. And welcome to Sophia. So you come from California, but originally you come from?
England.
England. So
Yes.
she's got a strange accent like I do. So it's great to have a fellow kind of English, British, someone who, you know, people who speak the Queen's English properly. So it's great to have you here. How old are you?
I'm 10.
10. And what's your favourite subject at school?
My favourite subject at school is history and advanced band.
And what?
Advanced band. I play clarinet.
Clarinet. Well, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
So in terms of history, what's your favourite historic event that you love?
I like the Revolutionary War.
The Revolutionary War. Wow,
Yeah.
of America.
Yeah.
Wow, it was quite an interesting time.
It was a letdown for me because America won.
Alrighty, so that's great. So great to have you guys on Cook30 for Kids. So what is on the menu today?
Well, it looks like we have some cheesy popcorn, which sounds pretty cheesy.
But
And we also have some raw carrot cake, which is my mother's favorite.
and to end it, we have a summer fruit dipping platter, which sounds amazing right now.
So let's get started cooking. You ready to go?
Yeah!
So we're going to start with a clear bench, wooden chopping boards out, we've got dishes out, we've got a pot here, ingredients out, and we are ready to go. So first job we're going to do, today's dish is not really a meal as such, it's more like really healthy, yummy, snacky things. It's the type of thing you might have if you're inviting some friends over to do something. So we're just going to start off with the popcorn. Have you guys made popcorn before?
Yes.
Yep.
Have you made it in a pot like this?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Well, you guys are going to be an expert. So a lot of people actually don't know how to make it like this. You use popcorn makers, and popcorn makers are fine, but it's actually quite fun just to make it on the stove
It
like
tastes
this.
better on the stove.
Exactly. So we're going to pour in a tablespoon of olive oil and just get that evenly through there. And then, if you can, Sophia, can just put this popcorn on there. Now with popcorn, you want to make sure you're getting fresh stuff. If stuff's been sitting in your cupboard for years, it won't pop as well. So you kind of want to put enough in so that it just covers the bottom evenly. So keep going. So you kind of want all that popcorn to be evenly distributed. It's probably enough, I think. So it's all kind of distributed and it's kind of nice and oily. Give it a bit of a shake around. There we go. Yep, that's good, perfect. So, should we put the lid on?
Yes.
Yep. Or it would puff out everywhere.
Exactly, so put that on. So we'll just put that on high heat. We're just going to turn it down so it's not quite so high, and that will start to cook. So let's leave it there and see what happens. We'll come back to it in a couple of minutes. So we're going to start now making our raw carrot cake. So you guys had carrot cake before?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Well,
best.
this is a raw version. So this is made just with raw vegetables and fruits. So it's a really, really interesting one. So we're going to start with this. So we're going to come over here to our friendly food processor. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the icing first, and that's because we want to make it all in the same. We make the icing in the base, but the icing we'll make in here, then we can basically take the icing out and then we can just use the same container without cleaning it to make the base.
Okay.
So that's the order we're going to put it in. So Lily, if you can measure in, I'll get you to measure some things in. If you can measure in 1 1/4 cup of cashew nuts.
Okay.
So there's a 1 cup measure there. And Lachlan, I'm going to get you started on some oranges and lemons.
Okay.
So let's see, we've got two oranges. If you can cut those in half and squeeze those into the blender. And also And if you, Sophie, cut those in half and squeeze those into the
Okay.
food processor. I'll just get a knife over here for you. I'll just quickly whip them in half for you. So just use your hands and just squeeze them in with all your might.
So is this what we're going to use instead of sugar?
Yes, this is a very nice sweetener and it makes it very acidic. So for the topping or the icing, you kind of like a bit of acidic thing.
Should I just use a 1/3 cup or just kind of estimate?
Just estimate, that's fine.
Okay.
Actually, I'll usually swap because that's going to need a harder hand. So I'll get, Sophie, you can do the oranges and Lachlan, you can do the lemons. They're really hard lemons, so let's see how strong you are.
Okay.
So if you can squeeze, come around here and squeeze it in as Lily's working there.
It's okay.
So go one side each, squeeze it in. Brilliant.
While she's doing it?
While she's doing it, yep. We're also going to add a cup of dates. Sorry, no, we're not. That's for the other part of the recipe. We're also going to add some ginger puree. So ginger puree comes in a container like this. You could also use fresh ginger if you wanted, but it's just a really nice way of doing it. So we're going to put a tablespoon in there just to give it some extra kind of zing.
That kind of looks like applesauce.
It does look like applesauce, you're right. So that's just a simple ingredients there. I'm going to put some agave nectar in. You could also use honey or maple syrup. So put a tablespoon of that in there as well. Keep squeezing, I'll give you a hand there. And this is going to make our lovely icing. Whoop. Oh, sorry, I get you on the eye there. These things go everywhere.
Well, it tastes good.
There we go. Get all this orange juice and lemon juice. How are those lemons going? Getting out of there, Lachlan?
It's pretty hard.
Squeeze it in there. You can, if you want to, use a lemon squeezer or an orange squeezer, but this is far more fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Get it in there. Do you want me to try? Are there any more lemons left?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll get some in here as well. There we go.
Can I squeeze this one?
Yep, go for it. Last lemon. Isn't that great? So this is a lovely icing you can use. Icing is normally full of icing sugar and flavourings and stuff, so is that quite sour? Oh, look, something's happening over here.
Ooh, it's popping.
It's popping. We'll just turn it down a little bit.
Sorry.
So just
It's
keep,
okay.
now what your job's going to be now, Lachlan.
Okay.
So just keep this kind of moving, just every now and again
Sorry.
like that. Just so it doesn't burn on the bottom.
Okay.
So just give it a little bit of a shake every now and again. I'm going to put the lid on the food processor.
That was great.
And we're now going to make some icing. So let's get a bowl, put it in.
Okay.
So give that a bit of a whiz around. And this icing will go on top of this carrot cake.
Looks yummy.
So meanwhile, if you can, Lily, if you can chop the ends off those,
Okay.
just use this knife here. So we're going to grate the carrots, so we'll get those underway. So always be thinking ahead with cooking, what's coming up next, what job can you get underway to do.
Okay.
So how's the popcorn going?
Good.
Give it another little shake, brilliant. And there
Looks
is our
great.
icing, look at that.
Whoa.
So that
It
is
tastes better than those packet frosting and icing.
definitely. So as you can see, that's just fruit and nuts. So we're just going to pour it in there. And that is going to become our icing for later.
It's good.
It's a little bit runny, but it'll firm up. So with this, we actually generally want to keep it in the refrigerator so it's nice and firm. Okay, popcorn going well.
Yep.
Excellent. So the carrots, so we'll come over, we're going to feed them into the food processor. So we're going to change the blade from this S blade to this blade here, which is a grating blade. So I'm just going to set this up. So most food processors have a grating blade. If not, you can just grate by hand, but because we've kind of got stuff messy already, we're just going to go straight in. So if Lily, you want to bring the carrots over here.
Do you like my stick person?
That's fantastic. You're very creative. Okay, feed that in there.
Okay.
So put it down. Put it
Can I try one?
Yeah, good idea. So if you can do half one and then get Sophie to do some of them.
Okay. Here you go. You can have 3. Okay.
That's great. The popcorn's going there. Look at that. It's just woohoo!
Should I be the pusher?
Popping out well. So keep the thing going. Keep it
Put them in, I'll push them.
wriggling so you don't want the nice big wriggle. Just so the stuff in the bottom doesn't you've got less chance of burning. So keep an eye on it. Just keep it nice
It
and
died.
low.
Whoa.
Brilliant. Got it there. So we're going to just get a bowl here and just start mixing our ingredients.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll get that out there.
It was funny because at the end, something like exploded out of it. Little bits of
A bit of carrot probably.
carrot.
Just going to empty this into this bowl. We're going to help. You like carrot, do you?
Yeah.
It's got cashew stuff on it, by the way. So we'll just get this out here. So there's some of the icing left on there, but that's absolutely fine because you won't notice the difference.
Carrot and orange is a great mix.
It's very orange. So we're going to add some more ingredients. We're going to put the Esplanade back in. And we're going to put in, let's see what we're going to do here.
Might overflow.
Just get this back in here. Oh no, I've got the attachment on roll. So we're going to add some rolled oats. So if you want to get some rolled oats, Sophia,
Okay.
that's on here. And if you want to measure in 1.5 cups of rolled oats into there, there's a cup measure. And we've got the carrot in there already. We've got some
So
dates.
1.5?
1.5. Lily, if you can get a cup of dates as well.
Into
We're
where?
going to use, yep, just put it into there and we'll put it into the blender here. We're also going to put in some coconut. So coconut, where'd the coconut go? Here it is.
And then a half cup?
Another half cup, that's brilliant, great measuring skills. So normally with carrot cake by now you're putting lots of oil, you're putting in lots of sugar and lots of probably
Flour.
butter, so it's really good to use all these great healthy whole food ingredients.
Can I see the cup?
So we want
Are we
half a
gonna
cup of
use
coconut,
flour?
so I'm just going to estimate that. No, we're not going to use flour. So
Really?
these oats will
Really?
kind of combine together to make kind of a flour when we blend it.
Those gluten-free people.
So yeah, no, oats are technically not gluten-free, but some gluten-free people can eat oats, so
Okay.
that's great. Some raisins, so if you want to get 1/4 cup of raisins, see if you can get the top open there. I couldn't, sure you can.
much?
1/4 cup. And we've got half a cup of dried cranberries. So as you can see, there's lots of really yummy kind of flavours going in here.
Ooh, I love cranberries.
I like the smell of raisins.
And we're going to put in, we're going to start with about
good.
a tablespoon of water.
Should I pour this in?
Yep, pour it in. Tablespoon of water. And we're just going to blend this around. We've got the raisins, just get the recipe. And I think that's all our recipe. This is the base ingredients for the carrot cake. So where's the lid gone? Here it is.
Wait, is that enough?
Oh,
You put those all in.
Okay.
The
And we're just gonna
popcorn's
blend it
lifting
around.
the lift off.
Whoa.
That's great. Let's get this blending. So you go. I think the popcorn's pretty much finished. So turn it off. And we'll come back to that shortly. Look at that.
I think we can try one?
Try one, yeah, it's lovely and not bad. So we'll just let that sit there and to cool a bit, and we'll add on the ingredients on there shortly.
It almost tastes as good as my dad's popcorn.
That's great. So we're going to put make the carrot cake in here. So as you can see, it's all blended around. Look at that. I might put a bit more water in. See how it's kind of quite dry there? So I want it just a little bit wetter. And when you're using like kind of whole food ingredients like these, every kind of recipe ends up being different. So you kind of got to adjust it. There you go.
I don't think I've ever heard of a batter like this.
So here we go, there's the carrot cake there, so it's nice and firm. So what we're going to do, get the lid off, here we go. And we're just going to take this out and press this into there.
It looks really good.
There we go, so that's kind of, you can try a little bit if you want. Try a little bit of the carrot cake. Oh, we've got the carrots, that's right. So we need to mix it round. Oh, we better mix it, look
Can
at
I
that.
try a bit?
It's really good.
Kind of tastes like cranberry foosballs.
Yeah, really. So we're just going to mix it round with this carrot, this grated carrot that we did before. Because of course that was just kind of a cranberry kind of a thing.
Tastes great.
Like this, and this, as you can see, you've got this really, really nice carrot mixture. Now you could blend the carrot grated up if you wanted to, but I think it's quite nice to leave the carrot so you can actually see what's in there. And there we go, it's going to push it in there, so if you guys want to press that down,
Okay.
press it out, and smooth it out.
Looks delicious.
Looks like a brownie, but it's not brown.
There we go, a bit of press down. And then we're just going to put the icing on top, like that.
Are we going to cook it with that? Or...
No, this is a raw one, so it's not going to be cooked at all.
Oh, right, we don't cook that.
So it's just, if you want to spread it out, you can use your fingers or you can use a fork, but it's much more fun getting your hands dirty and spreading it out.
You can't
Obviously, you want to make
cook
sure
unless you get dirty.
you've washed your hands beforehand.
Yes.
There we go, look at that. That's the icing. We might use a bit of a fork just to kind of finish it off, make it look as though it hasn't been kind of held. Spread it over. And we're going to put that in the freezer. So, Lachlan, can you see if you can... Actually, who's got clean hands?
I do.
If you can grab that and find a space in the freezer. And we just want to chill it down and that'll kind of harden up a bit so it's more like a cake. So,
That icing tastes good.
we better wash our hands now, haven't we?
Yep.
More. Yeah, it tastes really good. The lemon and the
There's no
citrus
space
is
in the
good.
fridge.
In the freezer? I'm going to use the freezer, the
Oh,
one next
freezer,
door.
right.
So the freezer will chill it down a lot quicker. So if you've just joined us on Cook30 for Kids, we are cooking up a storm in the kitchen. We have Sophia from California and Lily and Lachlan from Illinois. What's on the menu today, guys?
Well, we have some cheesy popcorn, which sounds very cheesy.
And some raw carrot cake. Sounds great.
And a summer fruit dipping platter to end it all up.
We are making excellent progress here in the kitchen, guys. Awesome, the popcorn's done, the carrot cake's in the freezer, and now we're going to make a really nice topping for the popcorn.
Sounds good.
So this is what I call like a Parmesan cheese. So basically you've heard of Parmesan cheese?
Yep.
It's not that all healthy for you. So this is basically a really simple, salty kind of a thing. And all you do is add 1 cup of cashew nuts. There's quite a few cashew nuts here. So Sophia, if you can measure in 1 cup of cashew nuts. And to go along with that, we're going to have...
That's a
This is a
half cup.
half a cup.
Yes, so do 2 of those.
Okay.
And we're going to add 4 tablespoons of flaked yeast, which is a really nice kind of a cheesy flavour. So if Lily, you can get, which is actually the same as 1/4 cup. Whoop, that's got water in it.
Really?
I'll get you another. Yep, so 4 tablespoons is 1/4 cup. So here is a tablespoon measure, so if you can put 4 of those in there as well. And we're just going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt as well. And this will make a really, really nice kind of sprinkle to go with the popcorn.
Just 2?
Yes, that too, that's right. We'll mix it round. So, Lachlan, if you can put some of the popcorn, we're going to serve it in this nice dish here. So, Lachlan, you can get popcorn in there. Don't put all of it in, just put enough and just kind of, so it's kind of probably 3/4 full.
This doesn't
Just use your hands, I
smell
think,
so
it's probably
good.
easiest. Doesn't it?
No.
Let's have a smell. Yeah, it smells very cheesy. It's kind of like a cheesy kind of a smell. So when we mix this up, it'll be great. All we're going to do is put this on the blender and blend. And there, just like that, we have this really lovely, it's kind of a Parmesan, give it a bit of a knock, there's some stuff at the bottom, kind of a Parmesan cheese, look at that.
Looks
It's a really nice kind of salty, kind of cheesy, kind of healthy thing
powder.
to go on the popcorn, yeah.
That does look exactly like Parmesan cheese.
Exactly, except it's better. So what we're going to do is just do a little sprinkle of some olive oil on the popcorn, getting it out there, lovely. Lachlan, that's awesome.
Gotta go faster.
Just going to just a light sprinkle of olive oil.
Are we going to put salt on it?
Well, there's salt in the Parmesan sauce, so you can have that if you
okay.
want. And we're going to sprinkle some of this over it, like that.
Ooh, that looks good.
Keep putting it in, Lachlan. And this is just a really nice kind of cheesy popcorn. So most popcorns that you get that taste cheesy are full of a lot of flavour enhancers, preservatives, and lots of stuff that's not all that good for you. So just put another touch of olive oil in.
Looks amazing.
And Sophie, if you can just give it a little bit of mix around in the bowl. So
Yeah.
put your hands in and mix it around. Keep putting it in like Lachlan.
Okay.
Just kind of stir it around, get underneath to the bottom. Try to avoid any burnt bits on the bottom if you can there, if there's any in there. And there you go, that's popcorn ready to go. Very, very healthy. Give it a try, guys.
Okay.
See what it's like.
Now
Really
this
good.
definitely tops my dad's.
That's fantastic.
Just hope he didn't hear you.
Okay, so that job is done. So now we want to do this
Sorry.
amazing, and that's very nice, a really nice fruit platter. And we're going to make a really nice dip here. Now, in the supermarket, you can find some, chocolate spreads that go on your toast. You've seen some of those around?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to make a healthy one of those.
Like Nutella?
Yes, kind of, except
So is it a hazelnut spread?
it is a hazelnut spread.
Yay!
So we've got some hazelnuts here somewhere floating around. Where have they gone?
They might be
I have
down
out
here.
over here, my fault.
Oh,
So hazelnuts. So if you can measure in, Sophia, a cup of hazelnuts
Okay.
into that there.
I thought those would be browned.
Right.
Not open.
Brown.
Yeah, so these are roasted. These are roasted hazelnuts. I'll just open the packet here.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's get the knife in there.
Thank you.
There you go. So a cup of that. We're also going to add in some carob powder. Now, carob powder is kind of an alternative to cocoa powder. There's no caffeine in it. It's a much healthier option to have. So you can find it at most supermarkets and
There's
health
caffeine
stores.
in chocolate.
There's a lot of caffeine in chocolate.
I never knew that.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to add some of this, and we're going to add...
Oops.
Only 1 cup.
How much more do you want me to put in?
just 1 cup is great.
Okay.
And we're going to add some carob, so 2 tablespoons. So Lachlan, if you can add 2 tablespoons of carob powder.
Okay.
And Lily, if you can come over and put in 2 tablespoons of agave.
Okay.
So just put in about 2 tablespoons, I'll tell you when to stop.
So when I'm drinking hot
1 cup of-
chocolate, I'm
yeah.
actually drinking caffeine.
That's right, believe it or not. So
Does coffee have a lot more caffeine?
coffee does have a lot more caffeine, so it's a drug that you kind of generally want to avoid. Yep,
Should I just estimate or use the
just estimate.
Okay.
So after you've been cooking for a while, you can estimate things. The first time you try a recipe, you probably want to do it properly. So I'm going to put 1 cup of almond milk in.
That looks
Good.
Okay, so
great.
Yep.
It almost
About
looks
one.
like
No, keep going.
Oreo. Like an Oreo thing.
And we're going to add just a
Cookies and cream, that's what it looks like.
1/8 of a teaspoon of salt.
Good.
And we're going to put a lid on, if you can find a lid over there. And if Lachlan, you can press the go button.
Okay.
And we're going to make our very own hazelnut dip. Look at that go. So we've also got some lovely fruit here. You right? These guys want to try it. It's looking pretty good. So put stop. So this one's quite a runny one.
Fit for a
Actually, it's a
king.
little bit runny, isn't it? So actually, we'll put more hazelnuts in because it's too runny. We're making it runny so it's more of a dip. If you wanted to make it like a spread for...
How much more?
We'll put them all in. If you want to make it a spread for toast, you'd make it a lot thicker and put in less almond milk. So it's kind of spread. So we want a dip, so it's going to be a little bit runny. So you can just adjust... Yep, like that. You can adjust your thickness depending on what you're using it for. That should almost be a few more seconds. Yep, that's probably enough. And then we have a spread. So do you want to try that? Dip this spoon in there and see what that tastes like. Lovely hazelnut dip.
Good.
Looks like it too, doesn't it? Nice and chocolatey. What do you think, guys?
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's a very healthy one for you too, which is excellent. So we're going to use that, put this aside, and now we're going to make a nice fruit platter. So when you're having dessert, you don't need to make always fancy things. You can make a nice simple fruit platter, can be really nice. So we're going to do some, got some peaches here. So Sophie, you can chop up some peaches.
Yay.
So again, we just want to chop them up into wedges so people can eat them nicely.
Okay.
So you probably want to go around in half like that, and then just kind of do wedges like that.
Okay.
So if you can turn 2 of the peaches into that and put it on the platter.
Okay.
Lachlan, I'll get you doing some strawberries.
Okay.
So the strawberries.
Strawberry.
So you want to dip them. So basically you want to probably have nice big chunks.
Oh,
So just find we've got a clean knife somewhere.
there we
There
go.
we go. So just chop the ends off like that and just cut it in half. Try not to...
What do I do with the pip?
just take it out. Yep, take it out. Please, when you get rid of the pip is cut around it
Okay.
and take the fruit pieces off it, and that pip will come off easily like that. I'll
Thank
get this
you.
one here off for you so it's kind of easier.
Okay.
There you go. So you want to keep... Oh, that's a bit of a horrible one. This one's been in the supermarket for too long. We have another one for you. And Lily, if you can get the raspberries over there,
Okay.
and you can put them on the platter as well. I'll borrow your knife.
Sorry.
No, that's good. So when you're doing it, try and go, when you're cutting it, and you've got it here, you kind of want to cut up around like this, so you've got lots of little half moons.
Okay.
So they're the nicest way to dip them in. Yep, so
Like
and
that?
and slide the knife through. Lovely, and yep, wonderful. Careful of your thumb there. Cool, excellent. Beautiful, and so you can do that one as well. Just here, watch out for your thumb, you don't want to cut things. Got strawberries happening, yep, do some raspberries. So just put the raspberries on the platter as well. I've also got a lovely pineapple here, a lovely juicy pineapple. Now, this is actually nice. It kind of doesn't look green and fresh. That's because it's really, really juicy. So
Yeah.
this is going to be a better way to have
Can I
it.
borrow the
So
knife really quickly?
just going to chop this up here. So we'll just chop some wedges off here, and just going to slice off the edges and put it on. So this will be a lovely fruit platter. So lovely fruit to dip into our beautiful beautiful chocolate hazelnut spread or dip. So it's going to be a great little snack thing to have. So there you go, some cheesy popcorn, carrot cakes in the freezer. We'll present it up shortly, and our meal is ready to go.
Great.
And there you go, 30 minutes and we've got this delicious fruit platter with that chocolate spread, this healthy carrot cake that's all raw, and this popcorn with the cheesy kind of topping. What do you think, guys?
Looks delicious.
We better say grace. Lily, can you say grace for us?
Yes, I can. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this food. Thank you for everything you've done for us. Please bless the hands that made it. Help it to nourish our bodies. Amen.
Amen. Okay, get going, guys. Try some of the carrot cake.
Yummy.
Put it on your plate. And the popcorn. Oh, yep. Lachlan's into the popcorn. Isn't it amazing how God has created these amazing colours and fruits for us? They're just amazing, the tastes and everything. And it's just really lovely. What do you think of chocolate sauce?
Amazing.
Really good.
Very cool. Oh, thanks, guys. It's been great cooking with you. You've learnt lots of skills today. What have you learnt today, Lily?
I learned that your popcorn is better than my dad's.
Don't tell your dad, I'll be in trouble. Well, thanks for being with us today, guys. It's been really great to have you. And we look forward to seeing you next time on
Cook30 for Kids!